Kata pakalima. Mano kara fo kulunko. Police station mandi kasate o sate ndem boyta abere. Hani station klimawi. That is deliberate. Abele no moy.
Assalamu alaikum bademolo hanibe bi mbalke Kunkujang Keitaya UDP Bureau nal badem malon Suleiman Jam zina ngal lamoy bayo silfo sonko councilor men gada brikama area council la kumakangola.
Guys, we understand there was a declaration of a ceasefire, but that declaration of ceasefire in Amumbonte Bulu make a start wale declaration of ceasefire. So, and it's very important to Molio Dula understand. Ndolman ceasefire command, and we will never call for ceasefire. And I want people to know that. Ndolta ceasefire command la Momon Sabale Kama, and we will never call ceasefire for anybody. Momo into attack, be attack land. Momo kuma funu fontolma, be kuma funu fola. Momo wulia fontolma, be wulia folemane. And I want that to be very clear to everyone. Ndolman nana jang. Baby nice. No, we are not here to babysit anybody. And that is why our mantra is very simple. Don't steal, don't lie, jailbreak. And that is something I know they will all fight, Kajako, to put that mantra down. If a kelo kela, if a furial kela, if a kumajamal for a pulko mantra ka boendi. But wallahi, suma wallahi. Allah kumakao. Allah ko alkana tsunyaroke. Alalako alkana wuliafo. Alalako alal make sure alenyo serve. So until we will keep serving each other all the time. So the mantra is very clear. The mantra is very clear. So Malana Kamejang, because time mantra back because I want to make this declaration or this clarification Kabrim Kunung because of Mantai Mosoto and Sokuta, and I feel like today I have to do it. So guys, first of all, I just want us to do it episode by episode. People listening can actually understand. Molsa understand no milem caring, Molsa understand no milem tonyati, and milem barakanta yadi, and milem furi yati. We must make sure our people understand some of these things. So, at the Kela Kubati, at the Awomansia Bake. So, guys, left time men now you go. Moment Sabal Urla. About President Barrow, but let's hear episode 1 from Mohamed Sabali. From Mohamed Sabali, and then we can continue. Episode 1 from Mohamed Sabali. They are fire, and they I mean, it was
insulting our young people here that they don't want to work. They signed an agreement to deport the young Gambians here. It's out there in the open. It's even on Fatu Network.
Now I've reached out to
sold their families treasures and land and travel for better opportunities that their own government can provide for them. So what happened was, what they signed is very clear. It's a deportation agreement signed by Muru Tangara and Aissatou Toure, who was insulting our young people here that they don't want to work. They signed an agreement to deport the young Gambians here. It's out there in the open. It's even on Fatu Network.
Okay, so that is episode 1 of Mohamed Sabali. Yeah? You all hear that, right? You all hear what Mohamed is...
for their financial... sad and heartbreaking that the government that, you remember Adam Barrow, post-2016, there was no single speech that he would make without singling out the Gambian diaspora for their support on social media, for their financial contribution to the so-called struggle that brought about change. Those same people, this government has not lifted a single stick to improve their welfare, to negotiate for them. What they did is some lousy policy document, some migration project by some professor that you never hear about again, calling the diaspora the 8th region. The 8th region will no longer be there because they're signing agreement, they're traveling to deport this. You're right. We're hearing of people getting mad, actually, mental stress. In the streets of Morocco, in the streets of Italy, in Germany, people dying. And this government has done nothing to ameliorate their condition. And I know it is within their power. I've served in government. I know their limits, but I know the certain things that they can do. They are not doing it because they don't care about these migrants, especially now that President Barrow himself went out of his way to antagonize the diasporans and because he believes they don't support him any longer. It's a deliberate policy.
Like I said, almost every week we hear about someone dying, and it's always the people out there trying to find a family, trying to find the funds to repatriate them. And when people die, do you think that the foreign ministry could have formed their own team to try to investigate what exactly is happening out there?
No, absolutely. But even before they die, Sadio, I speak to a lot of people outside this country, people who actually care about these young people. With this lockdown, coronavirus and issues, things are very tough, even for citizens of Europe. Talk less of our migrants. Some of them are sleeping in parks. This government made no effort to try to use at least this exceptional situation to negotiate for better living conditions of our people. They don't care. If you don't care for somebody when he is living, you think you will care about that person when he's dead? It's very sad and unfortunate. I think the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they call it Foreign Affairs and Gambians Abroad, the second part should be scrapped. It's just the Ministry of Foreign Affairs begging and personal interest of government officials. That's the official name of that ministry.
How efficient do you think is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs?
Absolutely, they're totally incompetent, inefficient. What creative move have you seen this foreign ministry done in this crisis period? And I repeat, especially the coronavirus period, gave us an opportunity to reach out to these people. We know the condition of our brothers and sisters there is not good. I mean, the whole world was focused on this. We could have leveraged this opportunity to seek funds, to seek for better arrangements for the living conditions of our young people, boys and girls in Europe and America.
And Sabs, the country definitely have been rocked with one of the biggest drug scandals. And Gambians really seem to be outraged about it, but it seems government hasn't come out to issue even a single word about it. But we will get to that part because they have not said anything. Everyone is flying with their own allegations and stuff. But I want to know, what do you think in your mind? Can you give us a mental scenario of what you exactly think is happening?
Well, my mental scenario is simple. It's a mandinka put proverb. Ninjalo from a single before Amakan. Tankamate Kosila. Even si bopam su tege tankam si banda bunyota tege sabarbu.
So aliamen Sabali lafo ako Adam Baromu drug dealer. It's from Sabali. Calling the president a drug dealer. Because that is what actually he's saying. Ako jaro suma lorum forum kan. That's mean ko Sabali lafo ko Adam Baromu suma lorum forum kan. Ka drug dealer mabo nyim banko kan based on B droko be menke ka nyim banko kan. That is what Sabali is saying. Yes, this is what Sabali is saying. So it's very simple. It's very, 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 very simple. So Sabali and then draw menke President Adama Barola mo maki Adama Barola nyim banko kan jang. Sabali and Malbali are mentally Adama Barola mo maki Sabali. But look, so you see, because of the nature of our country, because of the situation of our country. This is why the like of Mamadi Sabali Nyolu will be Diamula. This is the like of Mamadi will be Diamula and Molbe Lamoila Wella. People are listening to Sabali. That is because Gambia la Gambia. Purke Lamoy Mamadi Sabala. Ke Lamoy Mamadi Sabala, Kaola Kumakamota, Equata Ifanyambu Walla. But I want to be very clear here today. Sabali la parts. I have different episodes for Sabali. Pour Molia understand. For Monyante la Moila Momad Sabal Bang. For Momanyane la Moila Momad Sabala. That is left to the Gambian people to listen to me. Or to listen to differentiate Sabala Diamo, Anim Tele Diamo, Anindola Diamo. But you see, Molman may understand whenever they see Sabali Fintita, Alanyum Klubalia Coal start or Alanyum Malabalia Kumul start. I mean, the more Fintita Cantoro is a no, ha Karimanya Sabali respond, but Karin Sabali mantra dism level. Let me tell you one thing. Sabali Mankeo Moti, Sabali Mankeo Adamadinti. Sabali Multi may along if it comes on you, Yabula Jaya, it will every day be on you. Ha. Nana they can ayeneng, another can I Kurubalea Kumolfoe, Imajabi, Lung Abetanako Kurubalea Kumolfoe. That is Momon Sabali. He have no respect for anybody. He have no regard for anybody because Abulan Kenke Malabe Dunia Konoja. Abulan Kenke Malabe Dunia Konoja. But look, I mean, be Nana Jang. Nail. Okay, but Nail. Sabali, Mumolti Meya Longo, Fumo Yankalala Sabali Lalabang. fo mo nyanta lala sabali la bang bulan chancha o membo ko momadi sabali mo nyanta lala wala bang mo nyanta ka wala kuma ka mo ila bang bulan chancha o membo ko momadi sabali. So but you know some of the allegations I made la become era council kang I made la chairman Yankuba Dabo kang I made la kang. I just want to make clarification about those things because the records are there. The records are directly there. You see, along a coalition partners all UMC for DMC lemon DMC. Talib Ahmed Bensouda la dinewulu. Talib Ahmed Bensouda la talibolu. Yasan. Ala animal partner ke kang. Wolu mum bojo le. Wolu mum projo leti. Wolu mum get la problem uti. Because wolu mo be ya lon le Talib Ahmed Bensouda la corruption ala tilimbalia ala I member du ñokono KMC already is out there. Imagine when I say ila council Karamo Sisi ako a risk that our local government commission extend to the recent things ko happened because Karamo fana ayo kumakaw bondina jumale bulu ayo kumakaw bondina from Mamadi Sabal statement bulu it feel like it will they have a goal because meneka the B you'll be a baby searing it can me it can do a suratil wala ko kiaman Yankuba Dabo be do na problem ko na nyame and I want people to understand all this thing. B Mamad Sabal Lemba Talib Ahmed Bensouda Talibo Lemba Talib Ahmed Bensouda Dino Lemba I mean Karal Ala Dino Lemba they are not a political party Talib Dino Lemba what I can tell you people very clearly all of you to go B it will be Kamendua B ila coalition movement B ila denna ko movement ibe dennin ko menna ibe dennin kelo menna wala nyindu ko Yankuba Dabo ibo doyala nyamen that is exactly what they want ilafta kaje ko Yankuba Dabo e problem soto that's all what they want because today many of these people Yankuba jiko men soto e ma soto ita soto ila yomi din many of these people they serve in the government. They were all found corrupted. They were not leaders like Yankuba Dabo. Today, B, Ibela Kelo Mumedolo Yunduko, Yankuba Dabo me yalonko B, Nina Senator and Tolbeti. Yankuba Dabo me yalonko B, Nina Fisar and Tolbeti. But make sure Nyadile, Molbe Dupla Yankuba Dabo and Yadile. Wole mula planoti. Because they have seen more later Yankuba Nyame, more trust Yankuba Nyame, and a leadership in Yaya Wollaje, it will be covered then aside. Talib Ahmed Bensouda Talibolu, aning Adama Barrow Talibolu, and Adama Barrow John Buddha, Nemus Mamad Sabali. Because Mamad Sabali, Abe Menna, Na Mental Malon Tolia Lone. I swear to Allah, we know what you people are up to. I'll be fair or mental Nabe Lone. I'll tell you can membe for Kokumakinam go. You must have come down. More than Dokola become a consul, senior member Solem. If a Dokola become a consul, they are serving her spies. It was pilot. Comme Kagibe, it be sort of like Yaman double as a fault. Puriba trouble no yam, Puriba tono no yam. Molben the Dokula, Molben the council Dokula and a staff soul. Melialongo, they directly work with the state intelligence. If Dokula become a council. Become a council, Molbege, Melialongo. If Dokula council, but Lolum, it cannot governor officially, Katage to go and report. Council staff so let me understand it. B, if there is anything wrong going in becoming a council, and Masakunda Alonoko is wrong, Billahi wallahi they will attack young Badab. Because B, you must Kunda, a man Sula Soto, a man more is let a menna, a man more ye may alonko, it will alakobe down can Katambi Yankobadabola. Imam Moje, me alon ko kobe down ko katambi yanko dabola. So all what they want because it nyapele no akang because if somebody me alon ko aka hakilo to bakele. Mole me alon ko abuka mo tonye. But ni atonye never abuka si kafu ko nke batunne. Ni wuliya fama abuka si kafu ko nke batunne. That is I mean chairman yanko dabo. But me lakata lungolung ibe siring lungolung ila duwa mu nyile to go how Yankuba Dabo is going to get into trouble. Mbayun trouble la nyame me fanyala kan nyame that is why nya gibe Gambian call man ke toileti Gambian call nyabe yelene in fact akeloni mandang just only Talib Ahmed Bensouda la kafo la malade they have media houses media houses all melalonko ye online platform o lele o platform o be moment pour que Yankuba Dabo kele adam ma pet but yalo membe ken ale ye moment kanda wallahi suma wallahi jommon kuno homa ala momen kanda ala momen makoy momen yalan ko ala jiko sembe ala la kan yankuba dabo boka ku jibe ka foko because nina nyinga pour mol no yankuba dabo ka momen ka folo ko ala ben jekan ala he doesn't care about ka foko president baro ben jibe kan no aka memmen ka ala ben jekan because wherever I am Allah is seeing me. President Baro is not seeing him, he's seeing him every day or every moment. But Allah is seeing him every moment. Wato suratul ala nyabala ala baro ayaki ala nyabala. Yankuba ke mirani ala te mola than just you know asol projo than this mayor government. It thinks about God. I came in ala te mola anin Gambian coal temo. Anin the West Coast people will temo. Anin West Coast people will temo. But me nakata jawya me alon aliya city. O jawya ni me aliya city kanaka fania lakan. Ka platform ol do ka platform ol deda ko alka yanko bala kele platform do be je fomu wolu ani bi mo malon jumale be wol koma abe aliya be wulini mi nakam pour ka yanko ba dabo kele ka yanko ba dabo doyande ka yanko ba dabo ta ka make sure ko pour Adama Barrow just to whatever problem al kamen duwa dunya kono any problem mo ka mel dunya kono pour yanko ba dabo ya sota bar yalon kuma kele yanko ba dabo barakatale yanko ba dabo tilintale yanko ba dabo manke o dinti you know what na ni Allah robis you always come and respond because yankuba ta mo kila yankuba ka mo ki yankuba buka sabero ka kadi mo la ka fuko ya post yankuba dabo man kewti yankuba dabo is not like Talib Ahmed Bensouda yankuba dabo is not like Mohamed Sabali me ya lonko your platform yele NPP must go lolu ibe mol nena lolu ibe alpha disrespect la jumal le ba ko Mohamed Sabali ñu le ba ko Mohamed Sabali ñu le ba ko ani ana la mol. They are the people behind it. Ndolbe moment kela we so plain, ka fo like plain. Wala muslim yat. But wala fom adama yat. Kana bambu mol ko be mol tonyela. Ala man lef wala. Ni la te fan na be moment kela akeni ala te mola. That is what we do. But bi na kukli londe. Ni atata bi yanko baye anything in become ala kasumi alon ko luwa manta. Bi masakunda be nyapelakan. Ika kawo membe fa ika molle bula marso kono go di rekonsa there alta marso kono le mol samana ali nyilinka di rekonsa there di rekonsa 100% there fente mabola moma mama sabali ika mo mem fo bi mem momo ka foye yalon ala audio kono ali ala mo ala audio kono abe modo je kan ala audio kono ka fo wole aka fo alusan me aka je ala audio kono that alusani wo staff to be camera ala council. But that alusane, where problem also to become a council before to Kana. I problem also to J. Yala ko samba munto to service commission. Service commission ko step out. Yes. So that alusane, nga yajal nale sabal audio lamoy. Alba moyela ko akafoko alusane. Ha. Akawo alusane memfo. Wo alusane mustafol to become a council. Ndole atara J. But janun tol kana wo alusane problem wo soto ya muta nun sunyaro nun kolla alusane I mean badu wala because tiang kolam alin na mol dal but so kabron tol nata alusane because nata le ya sos inenda ka bay ima bay abe council bari e ka jo every month e ka alusane jo every month because staff wala man senior staff wala man so kabron tol nata il lafta pronto le abula system wo kono so me yalon ko ay suñaro lek alman clear tinkala ko kono aliyo mari bula o jewo nyama atol lafta pronto le ki ko nga filo kono alusana nata ala case nata to the committee because chairman is not part of that committee to the establishment committee and ala case nata also to the finance committee because it's collectoral matter. So at some point the finance committee and the establishment committee agreed puri abula ta filo kon. Alusane kilo musa back to the field. And we not na report so kodenke ko abi revenue suppress kan kodenke. After all appeal board now everywhere to appeal ko okay alna yam fire do ko bari council ka jole. Ye receipt buko diala. Ye imposo diala ta filo kono. And the same fraud me along yamuta wala itata ya report na recording is doing the same thing. Inada na ka alusane kabul mabay because ntol man power sa to kabay. But we leave him there now make so ma post blood. So that alusane yo le ta ya ke jorawti in become a council. Alusane be mila dila no tolla. Sumbe mila dila no sum ke bala. Ni alusane musunti. Fo sungo ya atina wo bi wala do ko problem wo kono. Atol ko alkawala ke jorawti become a council kono to give you people information. Falkalo audio. Sabalkalo audio kono kaka alusane le press. Because alusane is giving him whatever. I left the Gambian call a lamani hakilo back. But not only alusane, there are other staffs. They are directly working with them. But cooking lebe jewel you ebe men ni kan billah ni asoto no. Nata le kan menfo. Sabali kan men donkilila. Nata na proof betul bulu evidence be bulu. Dan bi alba yank ba dabo ni moy la police le on dali yank ba dabo ni moy kiti blado on dali amoy ko yank ba dabo attaque le ya bondi alo ibe fero ki ka pour ka bondi c'est bobe masakunda la bulu local government are under the control of the government. So if you people think at any point ko Yankuba is corrupt or Yankuba is doing anything bad, come up with a commission, come up with an inquiry, and the inquiry now. And the inquiry it's very simple. If you people think Yankuba is corrupt, come and investigate. But because they're scared about the man. It's like a moon. Become an council. Only 2 major contracts. Kabinara Nole D. Gambian Kolila Man Hakilola. Alila Man Hakilola. And I want this thing to be very clear. Molmelka audio record. Left very well, ale new audio record. Ale agenjandi. Momad Sabal be wuli yamen fokang. Momad Sabal be barakante yamen na. Pour Gambian call ya long. Mais Momad Sabal nyol wuli ndi na be lon. Sita le miton kele. Ye offer million la. Ye offer kodola. Ko itolo kono jumale be Yankuba dabo provoke la. Pour y ba mudra nyamen ka soron alla mitun lo alio le miti ha itol kono jumala be Yankuba da provoke la pour y ba yala ko ay react pour na react pour y be ñep la kan no nyame ha mom adama baro na la molu adama baro na la kabudu adama baro na la molu yole fere ye momon sabal ki anyaton koti. But I told Momon Sabal one thing kay ko ibe kele me ya lonko itaba nola. Yekela do not kill me ya lonko itaba nola kelo be silale. Wallah lazim. And if you think any one of us will be losers, let's see who don't need a Juma loser. Because near in another Fania for Banco Dungole, we will always come and clear it to the people. So it's idale ya kacha. Ebe social media platform yella different platforms. Ebe yella all these platforms better like a Yankuba attack. Because B il a problème bien West Coast let. B il a campagne bien West Coast let. Dalil ba ko kono. Because Yankuba be do ko men kekan. Because the people of West Coast, how they are loving Yankuba, ebe Yankuba kanu kan nyame. How are they West Coast nkolu? Ebe laka Yankuba le nyame. The belief, the trust they have in him, because he's one of the best leaders. Me along in the council. Now, because Talib Lako is not their problem now. Talib Lako, because I know Talib is nothing. Talib won't defend Yolan. Okay, they were fair. Because Talib Ahmed Bensouda went. So saying already Talib is out. So now, Yankuba Dabole Mod me along another mole will let me Usain Dabe Semen to Yakan. Will let Usain Semen to Yakan and the way they are walking, if a doko can yamming, if a West Coast doku can yamming, the way Gambian Colbe Tofu can yamming, the way Gambian Colbe Lamoy can yamming, Nim may kill it. For West Coast Tinara Mundo, this will go President Marola Mansa Bandale. But I'm a miracle and you kill a little yamming. That is their tactics. But Madam Lila Moy left a cabin for Katonian Bataro Bondi Yokoro. ha ni mamul sabal nala batara kumonata ka tonya sabanan ka landi pour mol yalo minam tonya ani minam bataro wala ko ali la moyane hakilo la kabile yankuba dawo na brigade era council only 2 major contracts na wala award 2 major contracts na wala award 2 major contracts the first major contracts na men award wala keda na motobal yalo sabal la ba foka ko alaji konte ako alaji konte nyanta ka programme projet ro menseto no contrat ko awol jumale gambien ko mal nyen kala fo alnana ka alaji konte lo moto wafil la bang alaji daba nani fo alnana ka lo moto wafil la bang alaji konte mol biyo lo mena kurando ko mol yo lo wala kurando ko mol yo lo wala be kame era kansule kurando ko melke kabrin tolnata on the leadership of Brigade Council ya kurando ko melke council le yake in their own words council fon lel et ni la committee et ni la VDC lu et si ta y la procurement ke ya make sure y la contract award whoever they want to award it to but Brigade Council under the leadership of Chairman Yankuba Dabo there was no major contract me ya longe ba flo ko alaji content nata je ya alaji content bal ya di karla the major contract follow na menke wolan kam motol sang Wolam Kamotol Sam, Wolam na truck sold. That was the first major contracts. Namindi, our trucks. Wolam the first major contracts in Namindi. And that first major contract me along con no Mindi. Wolam Jumad, Wolam truck sold, the truck hole, motorball. Yes. The motorball. The motorball. na motobal wolle fengolti melia lonko na wolle allocate as the first major contract o motobal nyulu alajo contract did not even apply alla moyle benyim be fola because nin sabal na radiamuta ala kuma kan nyanta kanala ke senen o motobal nyulu alaji contract did not apply jumalle apply supersonic wolle apply la Dumalla apply Espace Motors. Dumalla apply TK Motors. Dumalla apply Seller Enterprise. Dumalla apply, about 5 or 6 companies Milan will apply. Will apply. Cabriya apply. That contract committee, Chairman Yankuba Dabo is not part of the contract committee. But because of akalefle kaje ko mo membe kala council ay tan silola Chairman Yankuba Dabo never sit in any of the committee discussion about the procurement of those trucks pour ka trucks on yunta kesa the only day me alon ko Yankuba sida udlando wala lume ya lon ko ka bid open lume ya lon ko mol mel ya apply lume ke la bid ñu open o lumolem Chairman Yankuba Dabo sida he was present in that meeting Lume ka beat you open. And non kabika beat open in fananke. Deliberately, we make sure nake live in our page. The camera era comes to the page. You need to get back live. Nake live that program we put it live. From Kitaje because Chairman is there. From Kitaje, everybody see it live. And the contract was finally awarded to Mohammed Jah, Espace Motors. Espace Motors. Finally, it was given to Espace Motors. Very simple. So, say, it will come in for the Kafoko, Chairman Yankuba Dabo was part of the contracts Milkadi in Brigade Council. The contract committee will let us see, and that contract committee, because of my position, I just want to be very clear, because of my position as the transport rep, I was co-opted there after the bid opening for valuation. After the bid opening. But you go and ask Espace Motors la Kebal, te nyinka. Contract did the Espace men, ali nyinka. Lume ya lonko. We were awarding them, Lume ya lonko, they came for negotiation. After awarding them the contract, Lumen, they came for negotiation. At some point, we were even about to cancel. We were even about to cancel the contract. But we negotiate later, based on principles, based on the interest of the council. Young Badabo was never there. He was not part of any of the negotiations. But the records are there. The records are there. But Espas Motors, people at the Espas Motors can bear witness about all what was discussed in that place. About what was installed in that place. So, Nyulu, Sabalo Kumakong reality. Alaji Conte, I am coming to tell you, Alaji Conte, the time Alaji Conte came to become a council, and what Alaji Conte left on Wotumo. Along the Conintoya City, along because Melaka, Sabal Nyole Mujalolti, Along ma understand, Eka Jaliake company yele. Eka Jaliake company, the special company yele. Ibajalo company, if they are awarded contracts, they will give them kickbacks. Because wole be mansa kunda kono. Sabal nyul ka balu wala, sabal nyul ka kodoso wala. And I want people to understand this very well. Aka alaji konte men for because alaji konte daba nani, ana kebano. But daba nani nyol narmila kabring janning kiaman yankuba dabo kana. Albeya understand ko digital tax collection o bagave 5C. 5C wala ka digital tax collection okay in the Tamil Council. Jani alaji daba nani kana. That 5C, Jumale aussi become era council. Ndele 5cc become era council. Na 5cc become era council nyadile. Ndele la kafunyoma kutubo sila. Wala la company mu 5C. That 5C, is a digital collection okay. Kabri nata. The first council ne samba diamond no that was in KMC. Talibla official. That was KMC. Ndara nin talib discosta. Kabin talib discosta, I more refer to ala IT. Mulmel be la IT. Ndara ya mulmel be IT anila ila contract gal nisida. We explain them everything. But ayatara talib nyol fana be kudo leto. So wol man na contract ko nyinta. Wol man na 5C endorse. Nara Brigame na council, we introduced it to Sirifo. Sirifo Fanaya Nalamul, Badunyol Tai, and we showed them everything. Pilot studies Beketa. Definitely Sirifo Sonko, Mom said, and in Badu. We traveled to Dubai to go and do a study. Kataka come digital tax collection in car study. For the first time, I'm in Gambia come. Then in Sirifo Sonko, former chairman. I'm not a councillor in Brigame Council. This was in 2018, 2019. Dara Dubai, we do the studies and everything. Nada. Brigame Council, Ning, your collaboration with Nyama. Kabin Silvo about UDP, Atata NPP. So now you go now, because they are working with Bakudubo. So me, if I want to close to Bakudubo, maybe they're not going to be comfortable. I just they jump on the Kunkujang corner. But Sirifo left and jump on the Jakarta before Bella because Sirifo does not want if a moment cake and pull your along. Kabrin Nibeje during the tour in Dubai. Otumo and go Sirifo and go mom said you loco. Saya feel we are going to Dubai. Garaje studies. Alakata you come up with a plan because your municipality Almon motor sort Almon truck sort Almon fence. I'll proposal if you guys can agree with these people for digital tax collection, near Teresa Koro Dino Allah, Alia Moto Bal Sang, because already they will do their studies. I understand come the Koro Jella Soto Lega. So I'll near the court, I'll near agreement, Yal Mako Alia Moto Bal Sang. You can do that kind of agreement with them because already I'll need a digital, and you people are having a digital agreement with them. But what happened later? Silvo get book, Silvo Bugeta. Start the killer cool game. They left me back because the Cabin Dajo going, it signed the NPP column, it left like political party quality. It's not about council, I just distance them. Nebula, they operate. On the 10th of May, 2023, Lume along Chairman Yankuba double nomination of Bekela, or Lumula will contract on ya terminate. On the 10th of May, I can remember it outside. Lumen Kiaman Yankuba Dabobe, Tiama Yankuba Dawo be nominate la at the IEC in Bilkama. Ulungolem your contract on ya terminate. 5 seal contract will become a council. So cabinet election will be a fabanta. Cabinet election will be a fabanta. Allow you continue because look at that. 5 season the company even start having a problem because that boy Bakutubo men from a guy Samananjang, now they have a problem with Bakutubo. It in Bakutubo for a promotion of side. One Moroccan is a Moroccan. Akim. You Moroccan or Samanan, Kabiya Samanan, your Samanan as their head. So that Moroccan was working with Alaji Dabanani Nyolu and the other people, Malafka Oltovo, some lawyers. Malialongo Mula Moleti, and the method of Alial Melo Amen. And then lawyer Musodo, ye Bakurubo, what they did is, in fact, they Bakurubo a lawyer and a lawyer Muso, Mayalongo Mobealon, and Aminjanato. Ye Woleta as a lawyer, ye Bakurubo Jenkin different in the contract. The company was with them. With Alaji Dabanani. They use Dabanani because Yajako Alaji Dabanani because of Womu UDP. Although after Alaji Dabanani, you know, obviously Mobe Alonoko at the NPP. Itara Alaji Keitaya, because of Alaji Conte in Mola relationship, they want Alaji Conte to come and influence Kiaman Yankuba Dabo. Itali Alaji Keitaya ko pour Alaji Conte sunano ka Kiaman Yankuba Dabo influence nyaadile pour Alaji pour Kiaman Yankuba Dabo se song the digital tax collection on yemurna. But in fact, il a tenu maintenant wala nyindiko ayatana 5 sila ko do Brikama era consulat before tol kana as per the agreement. So in order pour ka Yankuba Dabo ka convince pour ka 5 sila ko do nyin kaojo pour kaojo. The letters are there. All the letters are there. There is records. But Kiaman Yatan Diloko, he cannot pay a contract me along a malong he cannot pay nada there. And they also came a Coprila Masun. I don't know, POD Masun Melialongo, you ticket wife from Masun. Kiaman go Galako, no, Alila Masun dealer, give them their machines. Because Ila Masun, Alila Masun dealer. Yes. But we are not going to give the contract back to them because the contract is already terminated. That was Alaji Conte Lena. That was what Alaji Conte was lobbying, but Kiaman made it very clear. We are not going to do anything without taking it to the contract committee. But in fact, a matter like this already it's been dealt with. And already you know, I mean, yellow contract will terminate. Say why? Chairman Yankuba Dabo not aside. At all left a Purukum way contract on you back to 5C. That is what Chairman don't accept. This is what Chairman don't accept. So Mama Sabali, I can't remember for a major contract. So Alaji Conte Wolela. That was what Alaji Conte came for. That was what Alaji Conte came for. Alaji Conte Wolela. But I'm also don't know. No, forget about this tribal. You don't comment for it. So remember Jibeka why I have been by a Gombe live man. Forget about this Maimuna Funko fake account Alinala Abukamalu Alinala Alcana Dango. She's a I mean a fake person. I mean Yalon comment come in for what you do. I get Nulu e Kulubaliata e Malibaliata, but Melakata, a little Kulubalia Nila Malibalia Bay, a book of Finti. They don't show their face. A Katara Kulubaliala, they can hide behind accounts like Kulubaliate. Because Sabal didn't know them, Sabal la Molem, Sabal Jacob Yamming, Jamal Bay Jacob Yama. So don't bother them, Alcana bother. Don't bother these people. You see, Kamen Falia, these people are people, Melialongo, nobody should bother them. It's an obey moment to all you go put your tonya. It's an obey. Put a more you may along at Clinton. More Clinton than a baker. Billah will let a lie. A Montana Yakuba Kella can fender because Melakada at Clinton. The Fajup. The Fajup. Need Sujup fee. Gambe Kujang. momo yalon koy tilinta hey ñin kelo men bebe Ousainou Darboe kanga man ka fendi bugo Ousainou tilinta ha gambe jam momo yalon koy tilinta la jang alon koy be kelela ibe genne be kelela kadi man baraka e jamal beje man baraka mo furumul la muti e man kala soto ha wo mo furum sifal alba wala jala e ko ka Yankuba Darboe attaque alba wala jala ko alay Ousainou attaque because mo baraka ri mo inata kaw jala e malab kawje ha momo yalon koy barakata jang billahi tala afoye they will never see you so yajele jamal beje ibe NPP le ibe kulubali ala NPP ibe mole bali ala yabo they are causing NPP ha yalon bi already mobe yalon ko NPP must go barola mole be koma ibe mol nenna ibe mol alfa nenna ibe kumol be fala mole ibe kumol be fala mole because mileketa mo kulubalo le muti mo mole balo le muti e man nyalong so they will every day come out to insult people. They will every day come out and tell things to people. So Alkana will danko. Barola dinning, dinning kulubalo lem. Na fale janunko. Nil mo jamal beje. Ye lahidi fenela. Ye lahidi fenela. Yes, Nila, I swear there was a meeting call. Ibe Yankuba Darboe provoke la nyadile. Ibe bola ka nyadile. Pura kumafo. O pura kuke meya longo. Ibe nyapela kam puria arrest. Kasoro. Ndala fale ala safe. Ya meeting ne sita e kambental. Ibe Yankuba Darboe iba provoke la no nyadile. Kadina kata. Ya kata le sanji saba. Ya nyini nyawanya ma council kono pour ka je ko abe kula kala me alon kan luwa manta sanji saba iba kumoni noma sanji saba e ma shoto no sanji saba iba kumo noma e ma shoto no because they could not have him because minakata mot atlintale sanji saba iba kela iba nyini kan iba kisi kan 3 years they could not have a fault from his side sanji saba o dinken dolti de omo dinkendo lati moma yalon ko dinkendo moma yalon ko dinkendo mati ha ekala mu ha moma yalon ko dinkendo mati so 1 minute ya go felo bon momo yalon ko dinkendo muti be kala ebe wulya ko lemal ebe kelela ebe wuliya folem ha bar komen ka senandi ka tandi ko momon sabali mu wulu wolati anay wuliya la ko ka tandi ko moma nyana la momon sabali la because sabali e wuliya men be fonu president baro monu sabali ko men be kenu president baro la nu sabali ka men be la nu president baro kan ba sabali nan do men ka president baro sabali e president baro ko monu jan keran wala keran ko keran keba saballe adam baro kuma ni jawala jumale adam baro kuma ni jan dafa wala katambi saballe nyim banko kanjang weyo daso la kama mo ko kana ba president konoba ite president kuma ni jan dafa wala the records are there ye president kuma ni jan dafa wala dafa sinya jelu to president kuma ni wala jan bi ite ka fa mo le ko mo kana fa we ko konoba itlem jumat but because minakata ibe kele nyinol ibe fitna nyinol la ibe fitna nyinol wa na naka wulyal fo they are talking about the market but the records are there but then I just want to make this very clear. Brikama Era Council, we have only given 2 major contracts and that 2 major contracts wala mbiko na fuelo esanso men kasang kamen dol nar natar esanso be GNPC da manga ega Brikama Era Council ka esanso sa GNPC ka esanso sa woleto nga esanso sa woleto. So but council after 2 years nyanda ka bido ñu open na again according to the law na contract na bidal ko na contract ko renew. That renewal of contract, that is what happened in the council again. Ufanam Chairman Dabo Damantaraje, he was not involved. It's the contract committee. The contract committee. He was never involved. He was never seated in their meetings. The only day he came there, well, Lume be beating you upon Lafana. Because as a council, as a leader of the council, such kind of transparent things, you have to be there to witness. Kiaman Katara would love just to witness. You have no say, you have no decision there. Because the power, the power only lies on the contract committee. The contract committee, whatever decision they do, it can send them to the general committee, to the general council, for general council to discuss about it. They bring reports to the general council if there is any observation. And go, Allah say for Falalo, me along NPP say for them. Allah Nyinka. Chairman, you got only be in that place. Lungu make it bid open. And now they life because we don't want him to have any secret to involve into any secret meetings. Any meeting involved that you don't come, make sure we put life. Mobe nyaje. Chairman is here, sitting with the contract committee. You bid you open. Near open mobe nyaje. Mongol any complaints for you. If you can help them, any legal advice, give it to them. No, nothing is forced there. Chairman young boy double life be yakawoleke. So these are the two contracts Mele Alongo become an consul. Now only D. These are the only two contracts. Wallahi as in Senkali. The two major contracts in the main award. All these other contracts, we give money to the world councillors because Chairman young boy double believe in grassroots development, decentralization. So councillor Doko, councillor Kamenke Wolo Yindiko, nka 500,000 OD before, nka na muri kodanke, nka mundi kodanke, nka saying $1 million CD every ward la. But every ward may along nka $1 million OD la. Inila ward council legacy, inila ward committee legacy. Ward committee sate, ila mobe siri in the ward committee la. Sate be a ward on into. Anyone like I see, I'll discuss, I'll left to come project like it. What is your new project? I'll left to come project like it. I'll project proposal to the council. Nalia Samanang, nearly $1 million. I'll see Kodanke. I'll tell them man like a procurement. Council Buka involved in their procurement. Council Buka involved in the contract with the Jumal. Probably I understand how transparent Yaman Yankobadabo is. But probably I understand Minati neighbor, Kelekang, Minati neighbor, Kumafu, Fire. Because he is not like them. Chairman Yankuba Dabo is not like them. A barakati tile, a kuluti tile, a tlinte tile. Nim momo tlinte nim banko kanjang along ke bekelele along ke bekumo bele folema because it tlinte menkama. So these were the two contracts. Mele alongo two major contracts. Mele alongo kam ndoliye D Consulia Award. And this major contract Chairman Yankubao Dabo was never part of any committee. And I want this to be very clear. Especially my brother Karamo Sise. Karamo, you know Yanks very well. Karamo, in fact, you know, when we came to council, there are some issues I do personally contact you those issues, Karamo. Being the head of the finance committee, all because the moment Kela, we want to make sure Nakele according to the law of the land. Because I'm a member of the finance committee. Anything Bakela, normally because you are the head of the finance committee and the other council do I do consult you, Karamo. Get consulted. So it's going to be very hard for us to do any wrong because we consult, consultation okay. We do consult all the way up to PMO. Can make sure the moment it is according to the law of the land. So we are completely different with you people. Karamo, it's ending Talib Ahmed Bensouda. I don't want to go to that land. You and some other councillors in KMC. You and some other councillors in KMC. I told them terrible problem because of Talib Malavitilua. Go on in Talib Queer. Well, I think some of you people, already election form, it was a problem. You have an issue with Talib. It was a problem. Already election. We know all what happened. Malavikatawa story side too. But you know, who is young, and you know exactly how that council, how we operated. But because it's fine. It's fine. But nibe da fa la mokan to na fole. Ndakan da fa talibu kan ne. But ndam mo for Talib Ahmed Bensouda la kodo along ko to nyalem. Billahi, I have, it's the truth. No. That is the truth. It's all shown at the local government. The local government commission. Yes. I bet in the local government commission. So now I told sign Alman Doku Soto, Alman Pensoto, Aliam Mole recruit just to be attacking Yankuba Dabo. Just to be attacking Yankuba Dabo. That's all what you people want. Alemo le recruit. Alemo le tali recruit. Alko alafita. Come Yankuba Dabo nondi. But you know you people. But I don't want to concentrate on you people. I told you project. I told you project. I don't know project. So come over. Talib Ning Chairman Mota will ladder in terms of leadership, in terms of trustworthiness. Mobe alon Talib. I told Councilor Milialongo, I told you people were straight, you people were strong. We all know you people. I told Alari election Alin Talib querying. Alin Talib issue sotole. Because of Allah stand for the truth. Allah Lona. It's just because of this commission you agree to defend him, to protect him. That is why it's embracing you people today. But now for go. Local government, the rules of local government, but now for the rules of local government, you guys will be more exposed. So now that wuri alkalakala Mohamed Sabal lakang kuno anli menkeleta alkalakala wala kang kayankuba dabo kele is not going to work. Mohamed Sabal me ya lonko alna keleta alna kumo befo sanji jelu atol ko wo Mohamed Sabali atol kala wala kang atol kala yankuba le kele because yankuba is your problem. You people are atol you people who is going to listen to you people? Hey, mbekuma kelim fulale probably understand. Probably I understand. I told you Allah head, Allah master, because this it's not only a response to Mohamed Sabali alone, but to UMC. Talib Ahmed Ben Sula didn't I told you I understand. I told you porojo leti. I told you manke fenti. Pour que yankuba dabo boyindi. Pour que yankuba dabo jolom. Pour que yankuba dabo doya. Annual ke minim men na Sabali me yalongo. Wala katami Sabali mu wulo leti. Gambia be yalongo Sabali mu wulo leti. Gambia be yalongo Sabali mu nafiko leti. Gambia be yalongo Sabali mu sofa. Gambia be yalongo Sabali mu sumuleti. Gambia be olon. Because Sabali mu with all respect, and I still have the same respect for Sabali up to date. But I am telling you ala character. Having respect for somebody and defining his character is completely different. I have respect for Sabali. But ala character can only define. And this character can define, I'm going to come and define it from out of blue. No. Nka character meant for Sabali to. Willem Sabali. And those are evidential. Those are evidence. Those are proof. I told me phone along B and Albert General Sabali Fe and the Sabalo come account Siala. Because aka Sabal ka mole kele me along ko. Alman sila mole dunia ko katandu wala. Because me atina sila da wala because ala tilim. Ala tilim. Ala straightness. Ndakuma kilim fola la jam pour gamen ko ala mo na kilola. Masakunda la budget o masakunda ka confident dépense. It should be captured in the budget. Masakunda e ka confident dépense au local council au masakunda la bombe da outranding ak anyana ka confident dépense e ka ke la budget o kono le follow ay traje follow in the budget. Ala ko Talib Ahmed Bensouda ya fatole atol projet melka Talib Bensouda noma. Allah file ko, I file ko, EU fund, I budget muntole from the budget of the council, which is approved by the ministry. I file it. From which budget? From which grant? Any spending in the council, without putting it into the budget of the council is incorrect. EU fund, let's go back to your accounts. The EU fund may along Canada. In the budget, in a budget okono, in a depense okono, you can get a grant. If you have any grant, if the grant, your grant means let's say, in a budget okono, mbenyim bulala for example mbey la ko nyinan saw e ben solo wul kemel la wul kem nyanda ka wul kemel la so nyinan saw grant mi malon ko ben solo la mba solo la soro dlat ni grant soto the grant ni say no nata but say wul kemel be je but if for example you will have 500,000 e kam menke wala ñu diko you bring in a supplementary budget e ka supplementary budget nak e ka budget o ñu tala you redo the budget e ka budget o ñu redo le although you do what's called environment fatuli yol ken ala fo talibi o fona bank taw kala ba but the EU fund anatale ayata itake ke pension account o yele that's one of the biggest corruption act in KMC ke pension account o yele ko kodo kije ko kodo spend ko ele fa ka spend nyame because they don't want to be scrutinized by the rightful people talib amel ben sude wolle kija Allah kan go and check it ala ñinin ka ala fa ko mba taska menna mba taska menna is very simple ayabo gambien ko le ko EU kodo kabana da a ke budget jumala kono because EU kodo settle if it is in the budget of KMC like KMC la budget kono we know that amount of money mba ko KMC that year that particular year what is their budget ila budget is going to be high ila budget is going to be high but it was never in their budget. It was never in their budget. It was never in their budget. So all those things are the faults. Local government is looking at all those things. Atol yo bekija. Atol yo kalabante yali bekija. Atol ko al kanal kayang ko balan non. Atol ko al kadeng aning al jaw la kadeng kayang ko bakele wala fo mu fisaloti. Atol jaw. Atol ko momen mal jawoti ale men donki la signa jël ale a donki la ko matul jawolati atol ko atol ni wala ka deng ka yanko ba dabo kele atol yo barakol so bari gambenol fon ci la moy sabal la ba going forward atara ko marché akon ton la ka da marché ko ko do mu ramol bu momar sabal le bo fon bi ko but you see sabali is someone Meya Lonko. I mean, Ningameno Latana sign is to their own detriment. Ala Nilinka, ala 1.5 million, I mean, soon a central bank. The 1.5 million, I had the first Nadile. I may withdraw from central bank $1.5 million, almost to $1 billion. Al Mamul Sabali Nilinka, Okodoning, Ako. Yaja mekayo kodos ni samba mundole better na what I think that I will explain more better na janne but as we are going naman sabari do fanda sabarla 1.5 million the statement is there, the things are there, the 1.5 million US dollar I may you throw central bank ala nyilinka that 1.5 million US dollar nying ya ako ya jambe ata ki mundo le ko do sambaje ayo fo mo leba beda na wol sambala ko kanaka wuli andi ko tanka about the market Chairman Dabo is never a member of the market committee, and I want that to be very clear to you again, Sabali. And becoming a council when we came Kabri Nata Alia Marso Mutalka Marso Dila. We use our own Namleke, Namol Command, the Molia Bureau Fainkan. It was not easy with us. Na Dual boy, na GRA boy, na Maria boy. This were our council quarters before. GRA ben diamond of an GRA built no be be boy. Marla Saifon not of an be boy. Nana time water, we use our energy and everything. Nimol Kafuta, through the help of the people. Now Dulayinta. Nadoku. Through the help of people, especially Melialongo, they are affected by the Operation Clear the Road. Nika Franyoma, now Dulata Nabedoku. Those people. Now, some people already applied. Purukajako, Mase Kutamanya Bedila Mella. But Governor Ning Alamolu, Governor Ning Elamolu, Ideta Nyola. A manson cow, Marson will back to the council. A Marsota. Now, o mol mele alon ko ya apply council. Ani mol mele alon ko wolle do ko keje when we were doing the work. Ani mol mele alon ko kabri affecta. We take all their list of people who were affected by Operation Clear the Road. Mol mele alon ko ya affected Operation Clear the Road. Nata nana ki marionta ki allocate into the new places. Amango komen kafoko ndole aloyede ndole ground no you level. We allocate spaces for people. I did the measurement. Sorry. You were telling my name. I did the measurement. But I have no right to give stuff to anybody. Because I have that expertise. I do the drawing and everything. I give it to them. They do the job. But I'll go and make investigation there. It's very simple. And bring evidence of Ndeokodom Rajmalabul. Yalong, Neokodi Mutakumonifo. Billah, Ninata Jang, na explain ye. Na explain. Molba Lonele. Memutonyati. Bawalang Gwe Sabar in Destinati Tibakele. Billahi, wallahi, tallahi. Destinati. Mafokonte Mumalai quality. Mafokonte Mumalai quality. The Mafokonte Mumalai quality. But Kukulimbe Sabar in Senate. I am more clean than you. My legacy is clean than your legacy. My record is more clean than your records. You cannot stain me. You cannot stain me. Never on earth. Allah loves you. But in the Kumakilem Goyko, even mento at a wokla. Kukiling, Ndolia expect, we expect. One thing I want to tell you people. Until we are expecting ko. We know it well before today. Because this is going to happen. We expect. We expect ko alni allegation on minale, alba allegation on lala molkan. We expect ko alni allegation on minantol kanne. Alba kamula lankan because yalong kukile beje. We have seen the sample. Ngoy ko lawyer dabo. Ajaw ya men be ba kan amanke fendi because of ala telemu. Ndoliano noko, Jamano be nyameng, Ndola society be nyameng. Nitul the draw along you will have attack from people. Because itilintala. Itilungo, Nitul the Banco Condron, it's a municipality. So Gambian ba understand nale. Gambian yalo noko the trick album play kan, the game album play kan, and what exactly you people want. Alhamdulillah. Gambian ba understand kan. Ko alla fero manke fendi ka yankuba dabo nondi. But kukiling, and I will keep repeating that. Albe kato kela, albe trial kela, albe fero be kela. Puruka yankuba dabo tina, puruka yankuba dabo nondi, alte yankuba nondi leno kari yankuba fonga kafan senendi. Yankuba buka moki kafoko ten senendi. No. He's not the kind of leader. Yankuba buka moki kafoko teyen senendi. No. Yankuba buka safero ke adi mola ayafoyoko teya post. Billahi, that's not what he does. Yankuba, if he feels anything ko ya tole nondi or ya tole involved or ya institutional dadun DJ, he will come clearly and take responsibility. That is the kind of leader he is. He will take responsibility. Natra kunoru wolem. He will take the responsibility. Nunku kendo wolem. He will take the responsibility. Wolem nyaton kayati. Yang babuka moki. No, ndebuka, ndebuka moki, ndebuka jabi, ndebuka kari jabi. Ajabi. Ni atara songonta ajabi. Ha ndebuka mo jabi, ni songonta ajabi. But ni aje kabiri albuka jabi loka. Watu wala haka buko ndefisa karle. No, look, because mina kala ke songole fo. Aka mem fo me songole. So Yankuba is that kind of person. Yankuba mo mold. Yankuba buka song. Yankuba will never allow anybody to put any stain on him. He have the mouth, he have the hand, and he have the heart to clean himself. Kafongo sene, Yankuba ta mo kila. Yankuba buka dende mo koma. Yankuba buka copy and paste di mola. Comme membe kering. Atol le talibla molo albe menke kang. Albe menke kang. Al coalition with Muhammad Sabali. The coalition of betrayers. Allah coalition Allah betray coalition on you. But Kukil never you Talib Ahmed Bensouda la Kafo is already exposed to the world. It's already exposed to the people. Molia Lonne, Kafo ni mukafunya dileti. Iman lafi, iman Hamesoto. Pour faloweke, Bibi Lala, Nien Nkaye Sonomo Fara, Eba Foleko, Adamabaro Tambi. Adamabaro Tambi. 2026. Bayoko, 2031, Nana. Because they don't have the fitness. Ima fitness soto. Ima baraka soto. They have not seen the love from anyone. That Koitol they will be president of this country. But because say me alay Hussein la presidency mo tinya la nyadi le. Me alay Hussein la president ya me tinya la nyadi le. That is their problem. After seeing Gambian call how ready, Gambian call the parade nyamen ka alay Hussein ta ka makoy ka kaden ka alay Hussein support ka de ko alay Hussein to be the president here. But iba nafiki ya lonne la diamond wala ñund ko when you hear them doing interviews iba fele ko Hussein mo kendolti Hussein be 10 enate kilim moyla iba interview ke kan ye anything for Hussein mo me ya lon ko safo ko fen jawolem me ya lon ko nakida mansati alaw ku jawoni o be mansaya ñin tinyala enate kilim moyla la e kera nafiki ya lo woleto bar ko kilim ngoy ko alabal expose la one by one yalla Ibrahima diba diamuta yalla Ibrahima diba diamutale Ibrahima diba e même fo mo be ya moyle Ibrahima diba e même fo mo be ya moyle ko itolle moti me ya lonko atele be talib koma Ibrahima diba la fitama ako because menekeda Ibrahima diba me fo ako because kabirin taymo me ya lonko karto fighter ako talib ko atebe da hala politiko la ako atele talib manene ako atele talib manene alila moy ne mbalu wolde Ibrahima ko atele talib Ahmed Bensouda manene pour akane da ha politiko la bon madul atol mel kantel la moy baake aliya lon ne ko nafu dal ne ko Talib Ahmed Bensouda lefta nun ka politiko bula UDP bula kata Adama Barrow bari nafu nun na interview to le ko Talib Ahmed Bensouda ni Macky Sall ñojele bari Ali Ibrahima la audio la moy de Ali Ibrahima di bala audio la moy wala nan ko ñim projet melbe Talib bala tul mu projet atulinte billahi atulinte al lefta tole la al basud la al lefta mol ya long mol ba lon na that's what I'll bari ngam mem fo wala ñundu ko atol projet wallahi alman Talibu long katam min tala atol projet ha atol man Talibu long katam min tala bari Ibrahima diba fela ya fo de Ibrahima diba la fa ko kabri election o keta ako Talib ko abeda halale kabo UDP but in fact Talib katam nung ala officer to le ay Hussein Dabo le fangol be jindi the proofs are there the evidence are there na fa le jeno ko Talib Ahmed Bensouda anim Macky Sall mitale kachata Macky Sall ka ko ta president Baroya and Macky Sall Talib convinced at the time but the only thing may at because Ibrahima can memfo Ibrahima, you know, look, well, sometimes I don't understand. Ibrahima can memfo Ibrahima and the others cannot convince Talib in those periods. If the Talib convince no what, they cannot convince him. No. If the Talib convince no, because Talib fear things have already fallen apart. Talib feel like things have already fallen apart. Yes. That's what exactly Talib Mirano. That's why Talib want to leave the party and go and join NPP because he knows that commission is coming. He was very scared about this commission. So him joining the party the president, maybe commission might not even happen. Because he is not going to be elected into office. President Barrow maybe President Barrow is going to make him an ambassador or a minister or a vice president. Because it's Italy, they discuss. But Ibrahim Fele ayenda kuma kamu yisenende. Yalon kabrin diamu de ko abe kamu laka nko ale ko ntakalla la talib ben Sudan. Mon ta kalla la talib Ahmed Ben Sudan. Même fo talib Ahmed Ben Sudan mo avec le toñale. Avec le toñale. Avec le toñale. Même for la Talib Ahmed Ben Sudan is going to be truth. It's going to be truth. But nothing less but the truth. So on même fale, nte manque atulu, nte na atulu nte. Because nte la political, I put it on facts. Albe kelo même bela, alle kelo is all against one person. Ola Yankuba Daboti. Because you all scared him. Al scared Yankuba la minala, al scared la minala ala tilu. Ala tonya fo. Ala hani ka ala kelo ka fe. Because Talib buka okeno. Talib buka kelo okeno afe. Talib buka kelo okeno afe. Aso atolu al scared Yankuba Dabole because minakara ala tilu. Al hani ka kelo okeno afe. Alhaji ka tonya fasa. That is the only reasons. I'll tell you alka akele. That's the only reason. I told you alka kiyama yankuba dabo kele. But nkale ko alka mole kele. Me ya lonko alta kuno lama. Ni ya long ima long. Albe filo le kono. Albe filo le kono. And wallahi na yankuba dabo lonne. Ning yenna soron kaso nte. Yentene Yankuba Dabo Soron Kasola in mile 2 for this country, for the Gambia. Yamwe, Yentene Yankuba Dabo, Yen Soron Kasola Lembe Kasola nu, we know exactly the Liadon the member care. Nte Yankuba Jiko Lone. Nte ya Lone, Yankuba Mujumaleti. But in fact, Ida Musa said even for a long Ibejang. Ida Musa said, May Alonko Ibejang. You know Yankuba Dabo than anybody. You know how trustworthy that guy is. But you know how straightforward that guy is. But because be Minekada, Ibe Talibla Noma, Porochola, Ibe Talibla Noma, Ibe Talibla Noma, Budubudola, Ikakafu Molma, Ikoka Yankoba Doya. Ikakafu Molma, Melalon, Wolkoka Yankoba Doya. Well, it's not going to happen. Ite Musa, you know, ite ya long Dumala Yankobat. Alka member Talibuka respond, hey, because I'll respond Balea because Nakada, Ika Jikole for, Ika Memfo, Willem Toyan, I didn't respond. Nibe Jiko for Memu Jiko, Memu Dajiko, Molka Walla Forma, with evidence and proofs. Eba Mina for la Kolenke. Eba will Jabile Minella. Eba will Jabile Minella. Because you cannot debunk it. But the only thing Talib can make you know, Willem Yunduko, Aita ala Multa, ala Dala Sidlalta, a Parendi, Yanana, Eko, Eka Talib la Keloke. Yakuba Buko, okay. No, Yankuba don't do like that. Yankuba don't do that. So the likes of Musa Seydinyolu and others, you know, you see, for example, my brother Mark Jana, you see, Mark, like for him, I have that kind of respect for him. I get coming, whatever might happen, I always try to refresh my mind about the past. I always make sure I did that. So I want you people to understand that then I'll mantra level kill it. Now mantra level kill it. No. The levels are so high. The level will jump on your the honesty, I talk of dishonesty. Imagine, come like I said, imagine that's why they have fake accounts. Mele alongo, inata just these are fake people. Mele alongo inata lying against me. But kuma killing call go, you don't lie against me. And it stands. Then they will do it. Then they will do it. Because nte tilinta atoldi, ndele koida atoldi. Janimbe sunyaro kela. O janimbe tapale akela bida adama baro yale na joina kan. I kodo dinna. Than doing tapale ya. Did that atoldi. You hide behind profiles. Kata sai ka hide musu profile le koma because nte go le koma musu attack. Nte go musu attack. I have no problem with any woman. Nte go musu attack. Nte musu buka dafanteke. Nyaaye lo musu no janne. Lo musu no ya longo aka keto le use. Nyaaye janne. Aka keto le use Facebook. Nyaaye janne. Aka no I don't have. Nte mo time musu. Allah kebal. Allah kawod keba. Nte kada wole no. Tali. Me ya longo sabalika memem farmer. In those days, he cannot respond to Sabali because I can't call a farmer. So he don't want to respond to because I can remember for Jikola. But now I remember for Mamba Jabila and we will bring the proof because Nalongo is lying. Now kuma for Mamba Jabila because Nalongo Sabal Mulet is lying. And we know Mina Mula trapped, Mina Mula plant salt in Abelon. Il a fait robe moment, il a hamo be moment. We know it. Summa wallah, we know it. So guys, I can tell you, I can tell you all what I am telling you. Ndolu, we are so focused. We are so focused. And we will still stay strong. Yes. Yeah, they can never put a good man down, my brother. Never. If a kilo bekela, if a kado bekela, billahi, you can never put a good man down. Sanji Saba is on the fight. But that doesn't stop from delivering. It's not your mate. Sanji Saba anibe kelola. Sanji Saba iba kelekan. Sanji Saba ibe kobe fokama. They could not get anything from him. In fact, intelligent officers sama council ibeje. Council officials serving as intelligent officers. Yes, still they cannot have anything from him. He's a coward. Your leader is a coward. Look at it. If he's not a coward, come on. Why is not responding to Sabali? I can go Sabali project. No, Sabali, call him a project, whatever. But now you have to come and clear it. If you believe that I can for I'm going to but because I can for So guys, I just want to make these clarifications for people to understand. Because I don't want a sister. I respect this lady very well. Ajale ni Ramu Sabali Mantara Kukiling. Ni Ramu Sabali. Ajale Sabali I don't want to go too much on him. Sister Ramu Sabali, Namanta Patikili. But you see, I have that respect for her. I think Kodol Baje Nyanda Kef Sabali and Tefolai. But Kodol Baje Nyanda reference D Dekela because of Ramu Sabali. Because of Ramu. Because no more kutu ye fananka to while. Because no more kutu ye if fananka to while. So I can't marse ko memfo. Ala fa evidence samanam. It's very simple. It's very simple. The letter of Wula Tarik, you are the one in the government. You have powers to come and investigate the council. Come and investigate. Allah, Bari, come and come for Gambian call, left a mobile all along. And left her wake also a special audio to Gambians. We are understand. Member caring. Member caring. Pour Gambian call be a faham. Albe kele jamale jela Yankuba Dabo Kang. Albe Tonyin jamale jela Yankuba Dabo Kang. Nunko Yankuba Dabo become era council. Bari Kairolem. Alabula yetara Yankuba Kang. Kairolem. Kairaba pour yetara Yankuba Kang. Let them concentrate on Yankuba. It's not a problem. It will concentrate on Yankuba Kang. Ka Kangala Kang, ka Wulia Farmer, ka Dua, ka Nini, pour Kabula Pro. It will let do come molde. I will continue. But Kukili Nabi Ala Jomem Barakandi, Mobuko Barakantandian no. Ala Jomem Barakandi, Mobuko Barakantayandino. Alale Yankuba Dabo Barakandi, Alalaki Dim Barakarimuti, Alalaka Tona Moti, Alalaka Motulindoti, Neatara Low Tilimo, Atoluko Alkakele welcome. Alo Tona Fasa, Atoluko Alkakele welcome. Wallahi, Sumo Wallahi, Alana Kal Fasa la Yankuba, Yankubanyar. Alana Taru Sandila Yankubati, for Ila Yomidin. Have Yankuba long come minti. Ani alatemu akemira wala ala dokome abake kan ani alatemu abake ka wala aba molmel na fa kan bi aba molmel na fulo ta kan aba mara kan bi wallahi ngoyko lunso da e de general council ay la ako let me tell you people one thing alia understand akon dama Angleterre bula kanajang just because I want money akon ka jo e ka Angleterre kan jo men na je wala siada kan jo men na jang ngam ben soto Angleterre karo wala siada ngam ben soto jang. But one thing I'm telling you people, any day, na realize ko, I cannot serve my people. Any day na realize ko, nta doko kelano na moli. Wolungolem, bem pakle bem mura back to the UK. That is his statement. Ako lungobe ya lonko, I will not able to deliver to my people. Nta tonya fasala, nta tulina na doko inkono. I will not be able to take responsibility. Kuku kenanyim council to lume ya long contact ndabalanta to take a single responsibility. Ako lungolembe bolanyin lungolembe resign I go back to UK and go and work. That was in a general council meeting. General council of baby siri. Ayana for it. Lume ya long ko mole jiko men sotana nanya ko jiko nyin mandala ka mafa. Ako lungolembe park I go back to UK and go and make my life and go and work. That was the statement from Yankuba Dabo. At least alama dum fele mentalita bari alfali bejele kebali beje mol beje mol me yalon ko wole yank bolong even in the UK and here bama mas nyolu bama nyolu bugo wala na hameda siri nyoka wol they will say a lot about about Yankuba Dabo bari mo fele me yalon ko is struggle so hard to reach to this level. It's so hard. It's so hard to reach to this level. So you people, if you think it's a matter of principle, uncle. You're right. Mome ya lonko is stood with principles. Media household letala. Atoloko albe media household le yele le me yalongo mo malo juman le be koma attacking that person. Wala attack. Focus on him. It might be Costa Road. Costa Road that will to be. If let's go around now. These are fake media houses. These are fake people. If media household koma, if platform will koma, it is son of moe nyada because they are cowards. But we know the PR master. The PR master in Banco Kanya. Who knows whether the PR master la gaun la mold them. Allow alam, allow londi wala. Like I said, I make sure I can tell you. Ni memang koy mamba fa Allah alam ubi Allah la bulu Allah le wolong ni memang koy ba mem koy dam drong ngat la wala falante mem koy dam yak bada bo iston dat o man ko jumuti de yak bada bo nata aka son ka ha atanya dem tele koto sonta na bedata o fana ka son a bedata dem tele koto because he took responsibility as a leader. Do you know what is leadership? But later on me ya longo ila klako ila severla ya bula later on men safe. But because of ita bulo ma safe, you don't want to take responsibility of that later. Right? Alma ale yanku batanga usifal. Yeah. Ila severla ay severoke. Andu da fola bula prayo severoke. Ite kan lo mo nyaro banko be nyato e ka foko ite you don't want to take responsibility of that yo e ko kumota e ka labaji jumale be okela nyato ko banko kan jan that person look ni damati fo I will resign from that very day the day you fail to take responsibility in your work, that's the day you should resign from your work. And that is the principles of Yankuba Dabo. He said this. Akatu wala fala anu abitulo fala all the time. So Mamad Sabali be kalla ken sanwala. Mamad Sabali be faniala landi ka Yankuba kan. Mamad Sabali because they are scared of Yankuba. Because Mamad Sabali anala mulu ye dokole dila. They have taxed them. They taxed the dealer to attack Yankuba Dabo. They taxed the dealer for Yankuba Dabo fitnandi. Ye dokole dealer. They have no other work. They have no other job. Ye dokole dealer for Yankuba Dabo nala mulu kille. But if the Yankuba Keller no, at some point without coming towards me, through me, or maybe through Bubakar Siddiq, because we are close to Yankuba. That's why they will always put me and Abubakar Siddiq into the fight. But Kuma killing call for Atondi Sabali. I have respect for him, and I always say this. I will keep the respect between you. But Otatina, ala Kulombalial, nala Kasulombalial, Ntol Falai. Ala Kulombalial, nala Kasulombalial, Umatnanto Falai. Because Keba, yalo nin Keba tada folabon, ama understand, ama kaso long. So for ya explain I understand. Amang kanandri today. Comment ala character la woti, umala balwoti, umala life Kenya la woti, and I have to say that. So, e malaf tonya la, e malaf mo kendo la, e mo kendo ye dawdra ne belaf la katinya. Comme la usen dabo kala ka nyame. Allahu akbar. Dabo jula. Gambela Nelson Mandela. I keloke. For Gambia be along ko I keloke. I keloke for ya soro mile too. I ake jumale, I ake Gambele. Abe fintal lumen. I mean, fala mole. Ako na dinul atole si koma. Leadership. Ako dinul atole si koma. Kebalu al taminato. Ako anum manlef moye taminato. Alila moye leader nyatonko. Alila moye leader. La useno dabo. Dabo jula. Sanka jula. Kelo membe bakan ala tilo ala lannaya wala ya tinne ba kele kan wala ya tinne be fanya fo kama wala ya tinna ni membe be ke kan wala ya tinne be ba kilin kala amangen dole ku kutati pour mo le wul ka mo ken dole kele o man ken dole ku kutati dole yo lon na meta konole pour mo le wuli na fiko le wuli kawo so le wuli mo fu le wuli ka mo kendo kele a manke kukutati nyim banko ka jan par ntolo wulu da kono le ntolo na ya kele sankaju la na e même fois ka bara wala abujula la Ousainou Dabo la karandio la Ousainou Dabo la dinno me ya lon ko ay do ko Ousainou Dabo la koto I do cook Ousainou Dabo koto. But Ousainou Dabo la inspired to be a lawyer. Ousainou Dabo la inspired. Ousainou Dabo la karandi. Pour être lawyer. usen la dajiko usen la jiko ay wala sika wala ba bulu tilim bar usen la tilim jumale be sila idan ko dafa usenu man tilim abe man sakunda ko no sanji killing o sanji fulani to akada foreign minister ti akada vice president ti ala fo man sakunda e ku kilim fintin ka fa usen le na fulo sunu ajam usenu makana usenu ye vice president yake ay foreign minister yake fombe bi men kono kilim man finti ka fa ko usen dabule ju sunu ajam man sakunda kono dabu jula sanka jula akilin jula akilin mori ha akilin jula akilin mori ha bari kelo man si folo projo atol be feale la kelo man si folo yalo najele some of the media also go war of words najele UMC la advocation lu ila dinu la projo lu ibagala war of words statement upon statement. We will keep making them busy, and that is true. We will keep making them busy. We will keep making them busy. Nabod alabala. Wallahi, Gambian call balon na lako. Jumalam Gambiati, anu Jumalam ka Gambiati. Pero Jumalam left ni Bangkola, ni Bangkola.
Ni be ada condition. Itu kenyu, ada solusi. If kita lihat ni, kita dua salah.